tea. Let's start the show indeed. It is the TarotOracle show. How is everybody doing?
It's 6:30. Time for the TarotOracle show.
So I did have a complete power outage last night, and everything disconnected. The internet got cut off at the street, and they came and fixed it eventually, but I was offline. So I did go back and get some recovery readings. So you should have gotten those in the channel. Lover Michelle, good to see y'all. What's going on? Mimi, we got Picasso. It's been a minute, Picasso. Where have you been? Good to see you. Bartman's coming in with the first dono tonight. Thank you, Bartman. I greatly appreciate you. All right, let's get Bartman out the door right here. How's my relationship with the older brother so far? So we got the older brother situation. Need to figure out if that relationship is going to be beneficial for everybody, because sometimes it is a bit, sometimes relatives are a little bit challenging. Not a ton, but a little bit, because they know you better than anybody else. So it's one of those where you're like, they know all of my weaknesses. They know all my hot buttons. So I'm not really sure what's going on with all of that. All right, let's go to the Tarot Tower over here. And I'm not sure why, because the Dungeons & Dragons Tarot is located over here on the counter. So yeah, we're going to do a counter Dungeons & Dragons deck, making it happen. Effie and Maruta, welcome. Good to see you. So, let's see what is going on with this. Getting a little bit of a shuffle. By the way, the Dungeons & Dragons Tarot, if you have not seen it, it is interesting indeed. So, the verdict is still kind of out for me. It reads okay. It's not like the superstar deck of the century, but it's okay. It's pretty good. I think it gets some pretty good readings out of there. Bartman likes it. Hey, but yeah, the Dungeons & Dragons Tarot deck, it does have mixed reviews on Amazon, mainly caused by, it doesn't have proper suits. So if you don't have proper suits, you're missing so much. You're missing the astrology correspondences to the minors if you don't have proper suits. There's the Kabbalah stuff, the Hebrew letter. You're missing a lot of stuff with the tarot deck if you don't have a specific minor, if you don't have a specific place to go with it. DonRon is back. DonRon's been on vacation. What's going on, DonRon? How was your vacay? Good to see you. All right, let's see what's going on here. relationship with the older brother so far. The 10, it is kind of a happy family, happy feel, right? You do have a little bit of a sword kind of thing here, but sort of a 10 of pentacles kind of feeling, maybe a 10 of swords where, yeah, you know, it just feels like that there is good days and there's bad days. It's definitely not one of those where every day is just going to be a wonderful day as far as that is. The 3 as well does say that there's been some arguments, there's been some disappointments with this, and as with everything, because family knows us the best, we are going to have some arguments, we are going to have some knockdown, drag out sometimes. Crystal, thank you for your donation, but I mean, I'm just saying, ultimately, Justice card says it balances out, not something that's going to be negative all the time, not something just going to be super positive. You know, you just got to kind of roll with the punches on this particular thing. Now, you do have a 5 over here. It kind of looks like a 5 of cups. Almost like a 5 of cups. It's just, ultimately, would you like this to be better? I think that's kind of what it's asking. Would you like this to be better? If you could wave a magic wand and then suddenly it's just amazing and better, would you love it? I think you'd cash in on that. But it does feel that is going to be difficult indeed. You kind of have to go with the punches sometimes. You got to kind of roll with all of that other stuff. So, yeah. It is going to be one of those. Happy Tarot Shop. Thank you for your donation. Crystal, I think I already thanked you. Mewsic Hour. I love the pun there. Music. I like that. Anyway, do it tonight sometime. Mewsic Hour. I feel so bad asking people to donation or wasn't part of the makeup video earlier. Mewsic Hour. Let me know what your question is. I'm sorry. Music. We had a power out. It went pew, and that was it. And that was it. And it was all dark. And I was like, I don't think the stream survived that. I mean, like my first impression was, I don't think the stream survived that one. And sure enough, it did not. Picasso, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. Okay, overall, you just got ups and downs. Balances out at the end of the day. Not something that's going to be terrible, but not something that's going to be just beautiful and fantastic all the time. So, yeah, you know, any relative, again, you do have that feeling of, yeah, this is somebody that knows me better than anybody else. But, you know, that's the way it is. Truth Lena, subscribe. Truth, thank you for your sub. I appreciate you. Hope you enjoy all the videos. By the way, I made quite possibly the best video that's ever been released on this channel. I mean, I'm hyping it up, but it is legit. I made a video that is going to go down as legendary. So you open a tarot astrology book, right? Or an advanced tarot book. You read the first page of the minors, you know, it's got all these keywords. You're like, what the hell is this? I explain everything in simple, graphical, easy to understand ways to where you're going to be an expert. So you're going to pick up these books, right? The advanced tarot, tarot deciphered, you know, intermediate tarot books, and you're going to know exactly what all that stuff means immediately. You're going to be just like set up with this. Again, I took a lot, and I mean a lot of time today making this very graphical, easy to follow, easy to understand. At the end of it, you're going to have no questions at all. So it's going to be pretty cool. Aquarius Owl, welcome. Good to see you. All right, next question on that. We do have a PayPal from Mewsic. Apparently, we screwed Mewsic so bad last night because they did a PayPal donation. The power went, pew, and I was here by myself, and it was very, very quiet and dark. And I'm just saying, I'm ready to do it now. Music. Let me know. Can I please get a reading? Okay, we got it. All right. Can I please get a reading about what's coming up my job and our guidance about it? I suspect it might be, it might be literally making me sick. Oh, Jesus. Music. Ain't nothing worth your health, Music. I'm just saying, Tiara, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. You got to stick with your health. You got to stay healthy. All right. We're going to go with the This Might Hurt Tarot for obvious reasons. You know why. You know, nobody has to Scooby-Doo this one. You know why we're going with the This Might Hurt Tarot. Because this might hurt indeed. If you're actually getting sick, ain't nobody got time to be sick. You know who's got time to be sick? Ain't nobody got time to be sick. Sarah, thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate your compliment over the grams over there, the Instagrams. All right, you know, it's coming up in my job, some guidance. I suspect it may be just making me sick. You know, going home, I'm like, oh, man, I can't handle this no more. I understand that. Be random with me. What's going on? Good to see you. I understand that sometimes. Oh, Jesus. The tarot doesn't. See, that's what I love about tarot cards. They don't play. They don't play. They're going to come. You don't get like the Sun and the Lovers and like an Eight of Pentacles. You don't get all that stuff. The tarot knows you. Music. The tarot understands you. It's got like an intimate connection with you. It's like, yo, I know the pain. I know that things are going bad. You got the Nine of Swords. You got the Tower. You got the Strength. Just kind of put up with it. Ultimately, you need to get out of there. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Let's admit this, right? So let's not get sued on the TO side. Entertainment purposes only. You need to get out. If it's just making you sick, I don't know what kind of salary you're making, but maybe you can get a couple of bucks less and not be sick. Right? See, look at that. This might hurt tarot. See, I know how to choose tarot. I don't see. Most people just be like random. No. I know how to choose tarot because this is telling you that, yes, it literally is making you sick. You're laid out in bed. You're depressed. Like you get a weekend. You know what I'm saying? You get a weekend day like, ooh, Saturday. And all your friends are like, Muse, let's go. We're going to play top golf over here. We're going to have some fun. We're going to rock it. And you're like, screw that. I'm staying home and I'm laying the hell down and sleeping all day. Strength card. You're just kind of putting up with it at this point. Ultimately, you do need to leave. I mean, if what's coming up in your job, if it's making you sick, you do need to find something that's not going to make you sick. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just a common sense here, and that's going to be a common sense reading. No problem at all. Lani, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. FETO, you sound stuffed up. Yeah, I still got that summer cold. I have gotten a hockey stick and I have tried to just chase that summer cold away. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It was like we're at the hockey goal, right? It was 7-0 and I'm like, screw you, summer cold. I am just going to beat the crap out of you with this hockey stick. And I ended up on the floor and in timeout. It didn't work. I tried it. I took the medications. I've taken the OJ. I've taken all the vitamins. It's just hanging around. So I'm like changing my sheets, changing my toothbrush. You know, all the stuff you got to do. But, you know, that's it. But anyway, yeah, just get the hell out. Get someplace where you're happy, ultimately. Is it really that difficult, right? I mean, easiest reading in the world. Like, I don't really have to do much work. I'm sick anyway, so I don't really want to do much work on your read. No offense. I mean, you know, I love you, though. I mean, music, I love you. You like new over here. And if I give you a good read, you're going to be like, ooh, I'm going to like and sub that guy because he just rocks the house. He's wonderful, right? DonRon, speaking of wonderful, thank you so much for your donation. Appreciate that. Lover is coming in too. Alexandra, welcome. Good to see you. Everybody's coming in here on a Tuesday. It is. I mean, next Monday, this coming Monday, we got a holiday. So everybody's going to relax. I'm going to sit there and paint. I'm just going to kind of relax. Lauren, I did not forget about you. Lauren, you're actually next. So I swear, I did not forget about you. You did PayPal like a year ago. Lester, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But I mean, yeah, you know, find something that you enjoy. Find something that you enjoy in life. Embrace it. Go forth. Make it happen. I think that's going to be the key point here. Now, we're going to Lauren, who wants to know about Jay's current feelings, and that could be interesting indeed. All right, Lauren says, hey, Jay's current feelings, do we have anything that has survived across here? We're going to go to the Tarot Tower and pick up our favorite modern love tarot. Everybody loves it. Everybody just loves this, right? That's from the mainstay decks. That's what it is. All right, Jay's current feelings. Let's make it happen here. I mean, let's get some cards out here and see what really is going on. Because I think this is a confusing connection. This is something where we get maybe a little bit of a hint and then we don't get the hint or they pull back a little bit. It just feels like inconsistency is key here. And that, you know, that is how it is sometimes. Page of Wands with the Hangman, Seven of Cups, really feels like they moved on. I mean, really kind of feels like that they've moved on. Now, that doesn't say everything. Do they still have a connection with you? You still sort of like, I need to get out. I need to take some more options. I need to see what is out there. I kind of need to see what the current energies are for what I want to do. Page of Wands says they reluctantly kind of in that mode where, you know, they're just not ready for a connection. They're just not ready to get that happening. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. But the Hanged Man says ultimately, if you give them some time, maybe you have a little bit of an opening. But yeah, ultimately, you're just kind of stuck here. Seven of Cups means I kind of moved on. got a Page of Wands. You know, how much am I going to chase this? Not much. And then you have the World. There's so many other options for me, so many open doors for me. Well, how am I really going to address this? Or how am I really going to get serious about this? Ultimately, it just says, yeah, this is something I'm not going to be 100% with. So, I mean, you do have a bit of a disconnection here. And that's the way it goes sometimes. It's not a problem. Bray, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. What is going on? All right, we're going to the next question over here. We got, man, we haven't moved the bar. We haven't, how haven't we moved the bar at all? We haven't moved the bar. We got a, crystals and paint. Will July be less stressful? Find a new home. We got just started a new project. Feels like I've done like 9 readings and I've just done like 2. I've just done like 2. We got Bartman. We got music. Oh, we had a couple of catch-ups. I got it. Not mustard. Not mustard. We had the catch-ups. All right, Crystal. Would July be less stressful? Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Because July looks like something that's going to be. You had a good reading the other day with the July. I really think you did. So let's sort of focus that energy out. Let's get that made. Let's make sure we're doing and all of that other stuff. So you think I'm too busy for that? Yeah. I mean, I got art to do and you know, I got to sleep. I got to admit, like when I'm out of here, I'm going to eat a banana and go to bed. I mean, you know, it's just straight up eat a banana and get out of here when I'm out of here. But yeah, we'll be here tomorrow. We'll jug some OJ. We'll get some water in us and we'll be fine tomorrow. We'll be 110%. All right. Would July be less stressful for me? 4 months with a 4 of cups. I don't know. Like what gets you stress? Like what gives you stress? What opens that door to stress? I kind of got to ask that. 4 of Wands, it says I do feel like I'm building a home or I'm building things that are just not functional, that are just not working. I feel like I'm working to build something that just isn't functional overall. Knight of Cups says you have more passion about chasing things in July. And I think that's one of the key points here. I have more passion about it. Is this something I want to struggle with? Is this something I want to move forward with and just get all of that done? Ultimately, 4 of Cups says I don't have the perfect scenarios or what have you, but it does look like it's okay, right? So the stressful stuff is kind of gone. 4 of Wands, I've kind of met my objective and all this other stuff. Very good. I'm more passionate about things too, so that is going to be exciting and all that. Overall, I think it's going to be a little bit more stressful. I mean, do you end up getting some stuff you still don't want? Yes. So you kind of got to like dive into that question and go, okay, what causes you stress? Unpredictability causes you stress, then yes, you will have a little bit more predictability in the wings coming over here. By the way, that was Dark Mansion, Tara. Brea, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Dark Mansion. See, all of y'all like the Dark Mansion. All of y'all love the Dark Mansion. I love Happy Tarot Shop indeed. I just started a new project. It's very exciting to me. Does it have potential to make the grade? And I think that's the thing, right? How much time am I willing to spend on it? By the way, I've got some tea tonight, so we're going to take a little break. And you're going to hear me drink tea. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Maybe that's ASMR. Maybe you're like, oh man, tea drinking ASMR? I live for that all day. And now I have that on the TO stream? Oh my God. I mean, somebody just got excited. Somebody just got really excited. I mean, I'm just going to say it now. I'm going to broach the subject. Somebody's like, man, I love tea ASMR. All right. You just get over COVID. Well, that's not good at all. Luckily, I don't have the COVID. So I do test every day and they all look like I'm not pregnant. So I think that's a good thing. I got one line and done. One line and done. Speaking of stuff I do all day, in case you miss it, I mean, you're not on my Instagram or something. In case you kind of miss what's going on with all of that, let's go for albums and let's get the latest painting that I have been working on. So this is the latest painting I've been working on. She's missing an ear. So in case you're like, Tio, that looks great, but where the hell is the ear? I haven't gotten into it yet. She's missing a shoulder. She's missing a pretty dress, her hands. She's missing a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm not saying it's complete. I'm just saying I started it. So there it is. Using oil paint. I do intend to make like an oil paint behind the scenes. I think that'd be kind of fun. It'd be kind of fun. It's so totally random. I'm really kind of focused on tarot right now. But it would be kind of fun indeed if we have kind of an oil painting stream or an oil painting either stream or something like that. Maybe I'll split off into another channel or something. Maybe this could be kind of fun, right? Because everybody's kind of want to make your own tarot deck, and you know, art's fun. It relieves all of that stress and all of that good stuff. All right, start a new project, exciting. Doesn't have any potential to make. Doesn't have any potential to make the grade. Empress, Two of Swords, King of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, this looks like something that is worth pursuing. It does, all right? Will you get rich off of this? I just don't see anything. I see a King of Cups. In other words, I'm doing it because I'm passionate about it, but the money just hasn't rolled in the way that I kind of think. So, you know what I'm saying? So exciting for me, it doesn't mean exciting for everybody else. Now, do you have an opportunity about you know, sort of tweaking this and making it more subjective, or more objective to other people, and people get excited about it? I absolutely think so. The Two of Swords is right now. It's exciting for you. It is something that you enjoy, something that you like doing. The Empress says it gives you great comfort and joy. No pun for the Christmas songs, but yeah, you know, the Empress says this is something fun for me. Ultimately, Happy Tarot Shop. Basically, you're not going to make a ton of money, but you are going to have some fun with it. Can you tweak it to make money? Absolutely. I think you can. You can indeed. Queen of Wands says this can become a stable business, a steady business, what have you. King of Cups does say that we're ready to go. But yeah, ultimately, it's not a money generator. It's not a money printer. Is it fun? Does it have a the prescription time? I can't use that. Hang on, I got to reply. Oh, wait, Jesus. All right, let me see. I can't use that. Okay. I'll go by the grocery store. All right. Anyway, so yeah, it's fun. Potential. Straight out of the box, you're not really going to make just a ton of cashola. Picasso is next. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Who else joined while I was doing that? Bray, I thank you for your donation. I think I already, oh no, I'm wrong. I think, man, you know, people got to, anyway. All right, Picasso, will I ever find a new home in New Jersey? That is very to the point. I really think so. That is very to the point. Let's get some good deck over here for this. I really kind of want to use the fancy Little Wizards Tarot deck because that is going to be where I need to be over here. That is going to have some excitement. And this has kind of a history or a rep, you know. It kind of has a rep for really good readings. I got to say that now. All right. We'll ever find a new home in New Jersey. See if that's going to be something that we can do. I just see something being nice over here for this. It feels like a later kind of thing. Let me look. Let me move this out of the way. Oh, Magician says you find the ultimate home. You do find something that's comfortable, that you love. Oh my God, Coco, welcome. Good to see you. But yeah, you find something that you love. You find something that's awesome. You do have a good time with this. Strength, Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. Like literally all the cards are like straight to the jugular. You got the Magician. I have the capability of finding it. This is something that we're going to do. This is something that we have a good thing. But yeah, the Strength card, you do have to have a level of patience because, I mean, the home market right now is up, it's down, it's everywhere. It feels like you just rolling the dice and hoping for the best with the home market. Seven of Pentacles is ultimately your pursuit is going to be good. I'm really thinking that you're looking at a newer home. Obviously, Jersey, not a lot of new homes cropping up. That is a pretty stable, pretty steady kind of thing. But yeah, Seven of Pentacles does say we get something, maybe it has some remodel in it or has some type of tweaks done to it. Ultimately, the Three of Pentacles says your realtor ends up getting you a home that you want, and I think that's going to be a big old thumbs up indeed. Looking good for finding a new house up in there. Maybe a new build, maybe a fixer upper. I don't really know. I mean, are they still building homes in New Jersey? That's been around since forever. So I'm just kind of curious. I mean, is that Is that something? Is that something? I mean, I don't live in Jersey, so I don't know. Tiara, how is Chuck's mindset for me? I just left him. I miss him. It hit me this hard now. I don't. Oh, Jesus. It hit me this hard now over years. I don't want to be without him. That's rough. So wait. Did you ditch him? Did you ditch him? And now you're, I mean, oh man, that is harsh. That's rough. That's a rough thing. You make a decision and like 5 minutes later, like you're like Homer Simpson. You're like, doh. I don't know. But let's see what the mindset. Let's see if it's fresh. Well, hopefully you didn't like just burn every bridge possible when you left, right? You like set his car on fire. You broke his leg. You throat punched him. You stole all of his stuff, and then you're like. I'm never seeing you again. I hate you. If you did all of that stuff, chances are not too good. I'm going to say chances not too good. But assuming you did, all right? Well, the Chuck's mindset. This is a 9 of. They're still kind of in recovery mode from this. Can you work the deal? Can you work the deal and say, yo, I was in a bad mood. The moon was in Gemini, or I don't know, make up something. Because, I mean, what are they going to do? Look it up? I don't know. Well, I don't know if they're. The moon was in Gemini. I had just taken some hormones accidentally because I thought it was an aspirin. I don't know. I don't know. So I think that's it. The 9 of Swords is ultimately, you cause some level of grief here. So if you're going to look for, repairing this, put a Band-Aid on it. There is some Band-Aid happening here. 4 of Pentacles says they're kind of closed down right now. So you gotta wait and kind of take it easy a little bit, right? Pretend like you got a head cold in the summer. Wait, take it easy with that. Ultimately, there's not much you can do right now, but later on you can. Later on you can indeed. 9 of Wands does say injured warrior, concern. So you did dump a level of concern on them that you are going to have to Band-Aid up and make it happen. But ultimately, I think you didn't just destroy it, right? You didn't burn up their car. You didn't slash all 4 of their tires. And when they got the new tires, you didn't slash the other ones. I mean, I don't think you did all that. So I think you're good. The door is going to kind of be open a little bit there. We're going to go with a thumbs up. Maybe a love balloon. Maybe a love balloon. We're going to have some tea. We're going to have some tea. So, that's it. Can you use a really honest deck for my question? I'm not sure what honest is. Are they all lying except for a couple of them or something? You want honest. Okay, well, we're going to use the Thoth for you, lover. I mean, you're requesting the Thoth, and you may regret that. I mean, the Thoth is pretty brutal. You want honest, What's the... what's the thing with Jack Nicholson? You can't handle the truth. I mean, hopefully you can handle the truth. Lani wants to know anything good coming from me this week. This is a beautiful week. It really is. I think I have a lot of excitement, a lot of potential. There's a good stuff in the air. Other than my head cold, there is a lot of good stuff in the air, and we're going to kind of tap into that a little bit here. Julie, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. The Thoth is pretty honest, but the Thoth doesn't really play around much. So, hey, if you're excited with the Thoth, well, we're going to do the Thoth for you. We'll get you. We'll love her. We got an honest deck. We do. We're going to have it made. Anything good coming in this week? Maybe it's a prep for next week. Maybe we got some other stuff happening with here. That night, the Queen, the King, you're kind of moving into an emotional resonance right now. Like there's something that's very focused as far as emotion goes, very sort of poignant, very sort of open door here with emotions. You have the Knight of Cups. In other words, finding my passion. This week does sort of open a door to some passion, open a door to some stuff that otherwise would have been closed. I think that's pretty legit. I kind of like that. You do have a Queen of Swords too. Queen of Swords says you're going to have to hard line anybody, right? You're going to have to hard line anybody. You're going to have to make things happen And there's going to be some people that may not be thrilled, may not be 100% with that. So you're just going to have to kind of, go with the flow with that. So yeah, be prepared for a little bit of conflict, what have you, in order to get what you need done. Make sure that maybe some other people may not agree with your representation. With that, it is about teamwork this week. You do have a 3 of Pentacles. You do have this 9. Sarah, thank you for your donation. But yeah, you do have some sort of things to do, some things to make up for. It is about teamwork as far as work, as far as going out, making things happen. Definitely with that. There's a celebration that is going to be set up to occur probably in a month and a half. So just be kind of prepared for that. Anyway, I mean, that's there you go. That's pretty specific. That's not too bad at all. Sarah, thank you again. I appreciate that. You asked for it. Well, I mean, maybe $64. I don't know what's going on. Is there an inside joke with $64? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, Sarah is coming up next. I had to take over some projects from a colleague. Oh my. Now I'm nervous. Can I do them, or how is this going to turn out? Because, oh man, that is the worst. I'm gonna rant right now. Taking over projects from somebody else is the worst, especially if the person is just not very good with documentation. They're not good with kind of explaining things. Maybe they're mad because somebody's getting rid of them, or maybe they're mad because somebody's picking up their work, or I don't know what's going on. When you get that level, you're just like, this is kind of frustrating. Why can't this person do this? Or, what's going on with that? Anyway, we had to take over some projects from a colleague. I'm nervous if I can do it. Is that going to be something that's possible in day? Well, hopefully we get some lovers action, get some 10 of Pentacles here. 4 of Swords, a 5, Fool, and a King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles does work out like a 10 of Pentacles. So I'm confident that you can. I'm confident that you can. You're going to get in there. You're just going to start typing. You're going to make it happen. You're going to get all the work that they didn't do, and it is going to be rocking and rolling. 4 of Swords, there's a lot of pieces to what they were doing. You're going to have to ping them a lot. You're going to be, okay, what about this? What about that? What about this? And what about that? Where does this go? And things like that, right? You're going to have to pick up the pieces. Ultimately, you're kind of disappointed at the level of progress or the level of things that they did, right? It just feels like there's a level of progress that you're just like really disappointed. I mean, I told the story about a guy. I got a job. No, we had to take over his work, and he hadn't done anything in like a long time. So he hadn't done a thing in a long time. He had basically just put off the users. I mean, it feels like that. Fool says you got a lot of work to do. You do. And I'm sorry. King of Pentacles says ultimately you'll make it. Ultimately you will get some level of, happiness. You will get some level of celebration here. So this is something ultimately I think you're going to be good at. But gee, they didn't document. It's going to take longer than you had expected. You definitely need to let your boss know that this is going to take a long time. This is not something quick. This is not something I'm going to sort of roll over in the 10 minutes. Definitely something that's going to be a little bit longer than expected. 5 of Cups. Man, it really feels like you're not getting the attention, right? It almost feels like when you're done with the project, they get the accolades. We're going to go out on a limb, Sarah. That sounds so terrible, but I mean, hey, you're the T.O. show. But yeah, I think they're going to get not all the accolades, but they're going to get some of the accolades. And they are not going to say squat about you picked it up because they're kind of known for this. So just be prepared because you're going to want to punch a wall. I'm just saying. The Fool says just go ahead and do it and make it happen. King of Pentacles says management does see you as somebody that is a good cleanup person. And ultimately, they're going to be all right. It is going to be okay. At the end of a Tuesday, DonRon Gemini is next. What's coming up with my finances for the month of July? Oh, my. DonRon, hopefully you have a fantastic finance. We're going to go with our de facto finance deck and, just get a little bit of the golden art Nova because you're looking at making some fat cash. You're looking at sort of drowning in cash because that's what you need. That's what you need. Come on, let's admit it. DonRon just wants to be drowning in cash. I mean, can we do that? Maybe. What's coming up for the finances? July's got a few days in there. Let's find out what's going on. By the way, tarot news for July is huge. I think there's almost 50 decks I think it's almost 50 decks. It's a lot. So I was looking at the tabs and I was like, oh my, that's a lot of tabs. That's not a small amount of tabs. That's lots and lots and lots of tabs. So that's a lot. And I mean a lot of decks coming up. So I would say July news is probably the most important news since like February, in my opinion. I just want enough to take 15 days off. Oh my, you're just going to you're going to go to Paris and just sort of tour the world over there. All right, the devil, the devil. I don't think your finances are working out the way that you would like to. I mean, would I love to dip into some commodities? You know what I'm saying? Oil's dipping for some random reason. Why is oil dipping? Like the demand gone down or something? We're in the middle of the summer. Why is oil dipping? But I mean, that's it. That's it. So you're going to have to kind of, put up with that as far as it goes. Devil says, yeah, it's going to be something where I'm not going to make a metric ton. I'm not just going to be rolling in the dough. And, I'd love to be rolling in the dough, but ultimately I'm just not going to be able to do that in this particular instance. Do I get some money in July? I think the second, third week, I think you do get money. I mean, especially maybe the end of July, there's some opportunities. If you see an open door in July, I would definitely take it as far as finances. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Never do finances based on Fat Man reading your cards on the internet. But I mean, that's it. That's it. Ultimately, working gives you the big benefits. Research gives you the big benefits. Do you see something that is going to be quite a beautiful investment to pick up? Make 20% coming in with that. I think so. I think you in for a little bit of fat cash. It's just something that takes a little bit longer than what you would expect. So if you see any really obvious investment opportunities, funds that are out there, you're kind of like, oh, I definitely would go forth with that. Ultimately, the temperance. Finances are not balanced. You're not going to find some balanced fund like VTI or something like that where just everything is going to be balanced and you're going to hang on to it and it's going to make you like 30%. No. I think you do have to take a level of risk here. So definitely be careful. Don't take too much risk. Dip your toe in as you need to. So the devil says things are quite mobile indeed. Things are moving pretty quick. And ultimately, July makes you a little bit of money. You just got to watch for those open doors, and that is nice. All right, let's see what else is going on. We got Lester, I think, next. Oh, we got a lover. Had an argument with Alan, his thoughts and feelings. I mean, you want a truthful deck. I mean, I don't know if you're ready. Can you handle, Jack Nicholson said, can you handle the truth? It may not be something. It may not be something you can. We're going to go with a thought. So, lover, take a deep breath. Grab your tea, all right? Take a good sip of it, relax, and let's do this. Because I do think that you're in for a little bit of a surprise. All right, had an argument with Alan. What are his thoughts, feelings? What kind of things are we gonna make happen through this? I mean, a little bit of that. Oh, geez. Oh, Jesus. I think it's over. I don't know. I really think it's just kind of over. I think it's kind of over. What I mean by that is you want to go back to the way things were. And that's difficult. I think the way things were have been checked out. I think, you checked out that book from the library and you lost it. The way things were is just not in there. You got lust over here with a little bit of an 8 of Pentacles. You got a level of work, the amount of work that we do, you just don't seem to get the results that we want. This is something where if you want the results that you need, you're not going to get it. So now you got to make a choice. You got to say, is Alan somebody that I want to do? How much of this am I going to have to put up with? So you're going to have to give some leeway. And I think that's difficult for you sometimes because you are kind of a logical, you're like, look, I should be doing this. You should be doing that. The reality is people aren't like that. People are emotional beings. They're not logical beings. So you do have ruin in here. You're going to have to kind of prepare the waves if you're okay with that. But do you get an opportunity? Absolutely. Is it going to be something that takes a lot of work? And then you're like, wow, it feels like I'm working, not making any progress. But ultimately, that's kind of how it goes. How does the Libra, Sun, Aquarius, Moon? Oh, my. Lester, feel about me? The feeling's mutual. They say they have trust issues. Oh, my. Trust issues. Oh, well, we got to go. We got to go with the Poe. I think the Poe understands trust issues. I know that's difficult sometimes. You're like, wait a minute. But the Poe understands trust issues. The Poe has trust issues. The Poe is kind of out there swimming, hoping for the best. It's trying to go uphill like the salmons. And the Poe's different. The Poe's a little bit different. All right, how does the Libra feel about me? The feeling's mutual. They have trust issues. All right. Sometimes people say they have trust issues when they are not the trustworthy one. Let's. I mean, come on. Let's get a hurrah up in here about what I just said. Sometimes people say there's it is mighty blue indeed. That is mighty blue. Four of Swords. They do. The Sun, Lovers, Strength. Ultimately, they feel like that they are the one that has sort of the trust thing going on. In other words, they're blaming it on you, but this is something that they are affected with as well. So I made Lover, thank you for the other donation, but yeah, they're affected with as well. The Sun says that everything has been illuminated over here. Is that good? Maybe, maybe not. Definitely a Sun is good if you're going to illuminate some great things, but if you're going to illuminate all of this blue, all of this secrecy, the Lovers card, we're sort of illuminating some of the deeper aspects of how this is going. We got Strength, just kind of hanging on a little bit of I really think that they're a little bit of a Leo feel here, right? A Leo feel, something's going on with that. They're presenting themselves, they're throwing it out there, and that's sort of what's going on. Ultimately, they're the person with the trust things going on, and they're going to blame it on you. They're offsetting it. They're, a little bit. I'm not saying, gaslighting? No, not gaslighting. They're sort of blaming you for stuff that they have things with. Ultimately, the Four of Swords says, I mean, I think they like you. The Sun card says yes. The Lovers card says yes. It is just very blue, and there's a cloud over everything. And they need to come to reality at some point and say, yeah, I'm the problem, not them, right? I'm the problem, I'm not them. Do I think it's okay? Sun with the Lovers, I think it is okay indeed. We get a love balloon, make it happen with that. Ultimately, the love balloon is pretty exciting with it. Lover, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. Now, I do have a head code. So we are going to do an ending soon. We're going to wrap up what we got on the reads, and I'm going to go lay down. All right, we're going to finish up what we got. Lover, we got the double Lover shot is coming up soon. And after that, we are going to wrap it up. I'm going to go take a long shower and just get like that hot water up in me. You know what I'm saying? Just get that steam and clear everything out. And I think that's kind of where I'm at. Anyway, all right, we're going to go to YouTube users. Got 2 questions in the queue. YouTube users got question below. We can do question 1 below. I found out today we have tons of people. I mean, I'm not going to toot my own horn here, but in your last reading, I said that there is a substantial line up in there. There is just a myriad of people trying to get sort of a very limited amount of resources in here. I mean, we're going back to the future with a little bit of a pixelated tale. Pixelated tale is kind of a good one, right? Steam your head. That sounds kind of weird. Steam your head. I mean, okay, I guess. You get in the shower and you just let that steam just like roll over you, and all of a sudden you get you feel fantastic. Bree, you are actually after YouTube user. So Bree, I did get your question. You are next. Getting to fat cash with the lawsuit. We are going to take a peek with that. Well, I mean, there's a lot of people with the 3-month analyst project. You remember last night? I told YouTube user, if you're in a call center, literally everybody, their dog and their aunt's uncle's dog wants to get out of the call center. So it is a level of high competition. You do need some extra stuff, whether it be education and stuff like that. But, you know, that's it. Anyway, all right. Today, tons of people interviewing for the 3-month. If you see Owen deciding to hire me. All right. Do I see Owen deciding to hire you? No. Oh, King of Wands. Let's do one more. Why is that there? We got a lot of people. I think more than one person gets hired. I mean, I'm going way out on a limb here. I think more than one person gets hired. It's almost like that they expanded. They need a little more things happening. The King of Wands, Queen of Swords, King of Swords. We just have a lot of motion, a lot of action, a lot of kind of thing there. And, you know, Ace of Cups ultimately says you're content. You do have a level of happiness, but there's a lot of people. There is a lot of people indeed. Nikona, thank you for your good wishes. I appreciate that. Have a fantastic evening yourself, Nikona. We got YouTube user, and then we are going to get Bree. Uno mas time. Question 2. We got a recruiter question up in here. My recruiter, Rida, said if a recruiter position comes up in the company, she will recommend me to her company. She'll recommend me the supervisor. What are the chances of getting a job as a recruiter? Now, that's an interesting thing. Well, Juuuliiie in chat is actually a recruiter, too. So we got a lot of recruiters. I think we got a lot of potential here for stuff like that. So that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. Recruiting is kind of fun because you're kind of looking at, you know, who's going to be the top candidate and all of this other stuff happening. So that's going to be good. Anyway, recruiter said if the recruiter position comes up on her company, she'll recommend it. What are the chances of getting a job as said recruiter? Page of Cups to the Magician and the Empress. Oh, Jesus, that looks good. I mean, if you're looking for a recruiter, you do have. Now, by the way, hit that like and sub button, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're going to have to end a little early because I'm sick. I mean, we're going with a thumbs up over here. You're looking at kind of a recruiter position. You're looking at, you know, maybe sitting over there, typing out stuff, contacting people, seeing what's going on. Ultimately, the Page of Cups is it's not ultimately what you would like to do forever, but hey, it is a job. Magician with the Empress says there's a very high possibility of getting this job. Magician itself is such a powerful card. Add in the Empress, you just have just a home run combo. It is. It just looks good. It looks good. If you're looking for kind of a yes/no answer, that's a pretty clean yes as it goes. Yeah. Let me get some water in me. Get some water in me. Is that open? No, it's not open. Let's get some water in me from this. Maybe. Does it have paint on it? Why is there paint on this? I got paint everywhere. All right. Oh, will it get a lot of money from a lawsuit? Let's see what's going on with that. All right, let's see if a lawsuit is going to be in our cards. Literally, with a Gustave Dore Tarot. Looks pretty clean. Looks pretty clean indeed. Ultra V, I hope your head feels better. I'm right there with you, Ultra V. I got a fever and I got a little summer cold going, and we gotta sneak out of here a few early. We accidentally snuck out of here a few early last night, but tonight it is on purpose. Tonight it is on purpose. All right, we're gonna get a lot of money from this lawsuit. 5 of Pentacles says no. 5 of Wands, Chariot just says no. It feels like that you're just going to be endlessly chasing this, trying to milk some cash out of it. You're trying to milk some cash out of it. You are going to be sort of endlessly chasing it. It is going to be a little bit more difficult than you had expected. 5 of Pentacles basically kind of says no. I mean, it's a thumbs down feel, right? A little says no there. 5 of Wands, so there's a amount of effort, the amount of chasing it that you need to do. Chariot says it feels like you never stop. So the lawsuit, it seems like it never stops. They're going to put it back in court. They're going to scoot it back a little bit. You're going to have to get more lawyers. You're going to have to get another lawyer. You're going to have to get another court date. And man, that is just rough. Ultimately, a lot of money you do not get. Juuuliiie, should I text M tonight or should I wait for him? Let's get you a good deck. Juuuliiie has a good rep when it comes to the Victorian Romantic Tarot like that. Just Victorian Romantic Tarot. Juuuliiie has some really good reads with this. So we are going to stick with this. We're going to keep Juuuliiie honest up here and just get the Victorian Romantic Tarot. Version 4, by the way, You know, version 4, by the way, keep it away from that T because, wow, you don't want to spill anything on the $110 tarot deck. Ain't nobody got time for that. Joan, oh, welcome. Good to see you. Joan, we're leaving a little bit early. We got a little bit of a head cold, still, and we just got to make the grade ultimately with this. Okay, should have text Emma tonight. 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, and the Hanged Man, Ace of Cups. Really think tomorrow's your key moment, okay? We're going to do this. I mean, you got the Hanged Man. This is something where you need to think out of the box here. You need to think a little bit out of the box. So yeah, there is some stuff that you need to do. There is some stuff that you need to sort of wait on here. Ultimately, 8 of Swords says wait, right? 8 of Swords says pull ourselves back, and we're going to wait a little bit. Ace of Cups says, hey, tomorrow morning is your key moment. It's almost like you say something amazingly inventive and fun and stuff like that in the morning. You really sort of energize them, right? We really sort of energize them. So I think that doing it in the morning, well, no pun intended, doing it in the morning is, that's going to be it. That is going to be it. I would highly recommend a little bit of a morning text. Not tonight, at least in my opinion over there. Sarah has an opinion about working with P and absolute ass. Any tips on handling an ass? I don't know. I mean, usually I dodge the asses. I have a pretty short temper. I have a little bit of a short temper. So I'll end up, because I grew up like fat, right? I grew up like fat. Nobody else was fat. I grew up fat. So like everybody picked on me. So I kind of learned to use my intelligence, I guess, as a coping mechanism. So I have all of the really smart ass remarks. I can come up with some amazing smart ass remarks. And people usually don't like that. I mean, that was funny in school, but when you do that in person, people get pretty upset, I gotta say. All right, let's see. Got to work with P's, an absolute ass. Any tips on how to handle them? Can I get my projects done without too much drama? Oh, geez, you wanted the Gregory Scott. See, I'm sorry. You said Gregory Scott. I was all excited too. I was like, yes. I was on that Juuuliiie high. I was like, Juuuliiie got such a good read. Juuuliiie got a good read over there. We're going to keep using. And, I messed up. I got a head cold. What can I say? I need more tea. If I had drank tea, everything. Should I do tea leaf readings? What do you think? Is there any tea? Well, it's in a bag. Tea leaf readings are not very fun when it's in a bag. I guess you need to release the hounds there. And plus, it's getting kind of stale and cold. I mean, this is the way it is. Coco, have a good evening. How's it going? All right. Hope you have a fantastic evening. Oh, man. Project done without too much drama. Knight of Cups. It does say stick with work. Now, this is going to be the most master. Sarah is like slapping their forehead. And it's like, this is the most master of the obvious thing I've ever heard in my life. But I'm going to say it anyway, Sarah, and I'm sorry. You need to dodge them when you can. You need to sue them not sue them, but you need to false agree with them when you can. The world says, look at their ideas, maybe find something that's going to be okay, and sort of, come in with a little bit of an olive branch in there. Because the Knight of Cups says you do attract more flies with honey, or more bees with honey. Well, I don't know what the quote is. You know what I'm saying? Intuitive. Welcome. Good to see you. But yeah, it is a Knight of Cups. Come in with a passion. Come in with a good thing here. And Hanged Man. They do have some very opposite ideas and perspectives than you do, but you got to at least try to come to their side. Ultimately, the Emperor said when you do this, you do get a level more of control. Dodge them when they're mean, agree with them when you can, open up a level of communication, a level of peace in that. I think that's going to be good for you, right? Hangman, try to see in their direction, see what's going on with that. Emperor, just basically take charge of it. If you don't need to hang around when they're mean. You don't need to hang around when they're mean, kind of thing. I mean, I'm just saying. That's just my opinion, though. We got the double lover, and we're out of here. YouTubeuser, we are going to get your donation tomorrow. I greatly appreciate you, as always. Let's get lover over here. I mean, we were all excited about the Victorian Romantic, and it's sitting right here. We got to use it. We got to, we haven't done the little bear tarot. We haven't done the little avatar tarot. All of y'all are like, this stream sucks. Where is the little avatar Taro? Where is, and I understand. My tea is cold. I need to jump in the shower, get some steam on me, and and just sort of come back tomorrow. At least the internet stayed. At least I got power. That's all you really need in life. What does Alan feel about a future with me? A Death, Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress. Alan's got a lot of demands. I mean, lover, what am I going to say here, right? What am I going to say? Alan's got a lot of demands. And yeah, ultimately, that's kind of a problem. Empress says, I mean, we can be with Alan. Alan's rocks. We can be some good stuff with Alan. Looks pretty decent. Queen of Pentacles says we can come to middle ground. A lot of stuff. It looks pretty clean. Death says we need to change ourselves to make Alan happy. Are you willing to do? I mean, how much leeway are you willing to do that? So you need a banana. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I did post on my Instagram, with the dog rushing to the banana. It looks weird. It looks weird, but you got to roll with it. But yeah, ultimately, they like a future with you. You need to change. And that is where they're going to hard line it. They're going to be like, you need to change. You need to do this. So, be ready to make a little bit of changes. A lover, last reading of the night. How should I act towards Alan to maintain harmony? Matt, we just sort of said, right? We do need a level of, Alan's got a lot of demands. Alan has things that need to go their way. So you're going to have to accommodate them at a certain point. The Devil's Strength, the Page of Swords. I mean, you're going to sort of have to communicate at a level where they understand that, hey, I'm willing to meet you halfway, right? I'm willing to meet you at second base. The Devil card says if you have your own agenda, they have their own agenda, you are going to get in a little bit of a shouting match, a little bit of a thing here. You're going to have to tame the inner beast for Alan and just make the harmony. Basically, sort of soothe them. Be like, you need me to take out the dogs. I'd love to take out the dogs, and so sort of get that level of, this is something we can do. This is something we can make happy. This is something we can make happen. Ultimately, the Page of Swords is definitely don't be voicing every counter opinion. Like take out the dogs. Screw you. You just want to kind of mold and meld around them. And give a little there. Anyway, that is it for me. I'm gonna get a little shower up in here, crank up the heat, let the water run everywhere, and get some shower action over here because I need that steam, my friends. We will be back tomorrow. Thank you for putting up with my stuffed up sound and self, and we will see you then.